Alright, what is up, people of YouTube? That Ethan guy here. I am back from an extremely long hiatus. All it took was a global pandemic to get me to crawl out of my hole with my Legos and bring you guys new videos. So it's been a while, but I'm really excited to get back to it, get back in the swing of things. So yeah, on that note, I hope everyone is staying safe, staying at home, wearing masks, yada yada yada. You know the drill, wash your hands 6 feet apart. Anyway, so what I have today is this, and I am very excited to show it off to everyone. This is my custom Lego Batmobile MOC with my own custom Lego Batman. We'll take a better look at him in a second, but this is super cool, and this was a project that honestly, I built this in like a day actually, which was super cool because I played around with different designs for this Batmobile. And eventually I finally landed on this design, and I'm really happy with it. So let's get to it. All right, so the first thing I want to show off with this is my custom little Lego Batman figure. Let's focus this up. There we go. Now he's looking all cool. All right, now he's looking cool. So what I wanted to accomplish with this design was basically I wanted something that looked pretty classic. One of the things, I basically wanted a modernized first appearance look, because with Batman, one of my favorite looks is when he has the purple gloves. I really like that look. And also the new Robert Pattinson Batsuit came out pretty recently, well, you know, a couple months ago. But I really like the look of that suit, and I wanted a Batman figure that looked like he kind of threw it together himself, like Bruce found a bunch of stuff, maybe in the basement of Wayne Enterprises or something like that, and he just threw it together, like found some tactical pants or something like that, just basically found whatever he had available and just threw together a cool Batsuit. So for me, this Batsuit and this Batmobile is like, this is like Batman's first year, you know, this is like his year one gear, kind of, you know, not based off the comic, but just, you know, within canon. That's the vibe I was going for. I have the Lego Batman movie head underneath it because I like that it makes his white eyes just a little bit smaller. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way this figure came out. The torso is from the Riddler chase set that came out, not for the Lego Batman movie, it came out before that. It had the Flash in it. But yeah, and these are Star Wars pants. I believe these came with a Imperial officer of some sort. He has one of the fabric capes because I think that looks the best with Batman. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the figure. Now finally, this is what we came to see. Here is the Batmobile that I came up with. So, the main inspiration for this Batmobile was actually the Telltale game series Batmobile, and the one that they had with that. The idea that I was going for here was that I wanted the Batmobile to feel like it was an actual car that Bruce had and souped up himself, or him and Lucius Fox worked together to, you know, add on to it and make it super cool and awesome. Another thing that I really wanted to accomplish with this Batmobile that I wasn't able to accomplish with my other Batmobiles is I wanted Batman to be able to stand next to the Batmobile, and I didn't want the car to look oversized. I wanted it to actually look and feel like an actual car. Most importantly, I wanted Batman to be taller than the actual car, which he is, and you can see here. I especially wanted it where like he's standing at the front of the car and like he's able to see over it, because you know, I just don't like the look of when it's too big, and I think that's a problem with the most recent Batmobile set that came out with the Joker. It's the Joker probably Pursuit something, I forget what it's called. It kind of looks like the animated series Batmobile. You know what I'm talking about. Whatever, it's not important. What is important is I do think I accomplished what I set out to do. I'm really happy with the way this turned out, and I'm more used to building like spaceships and, you know, MOCs of like, you know, terrain and stuff like that from my previous Star Wars MOCs that you can check out on the channel. There might be links in the description. I'll put them there if you want to check those out. So what I'm saying here is I'm not really experienced with building cars or anything like that, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. If I did have to change anything, I do wish I had black rims here, just so you know, the whole car is black. But you know, honestly, I think it looks really good with the gray, because I like that it kind of highlights the wheels just a little bit. I think it looks pretty cool. So and start getting into the details of the model. Talking really fast. All right, let's focus this up. So starting with the front of the car here, what I really wanted to do here is I wanted it to be kind of a reference to some of the older versions of the Batmobiles that we see in the comics. So one thing that was really cool is I was able to put the big battering ram on the front of the car here. And that's really cool how this is actually built. If I take these pieces off, you can see it's just built with these pieces. I don't know what they're called, but that's basically all it is. You can see I have two in the front. They're also curved, which is super cool. So what's nice is, and also it's on a hinge plate. Let me focus this up just a little bit. Yeah, and it's on a hinge plate, so it's cool that when you look at it from like a profile, it has this nice sloping effect, which was awesome. And I this was a last minute detail. This was the last thing I put on the car, and I had no idea that it would come together that nicely. I was originally going to put grills here, but then when I came up with this design, I was like, cool. And then I put these grills on the bottom here with the nice yellow lights, very reminiscent of the Tim Burton Batmobile, as well as the nice leading lines towards the cockpit area, which is also reminiscent of the Burton-mobile. On the side here, we have more vents. That's another thing I like with this car. I like that a lot of the details and stuff I put on here, I put a lot of vents. You can see I have a lot of vents in here, I have vents here, vents here. You can see on the back I put even more. What I was going for with that is I wanted the car to feel like the engine's so insane and it can go so fast that the inside of the car just gets so hot, so it just needs a lot of ventilation going through the whole thing. So I do think I accomplished that look pretty well. Also, I think this is just really interesting because there's so many slopes and stuff, nice leading lines and everything going through here. It's really interesting to have this vent design on the sides here, have these jagged edges that you don't really see with the rest of the car. And I think that looks pretty neat. On the side here, we have, once I focus up, sorry about that. So on the side here, just have some extra greebling. I have a little silver piece in there just to break up the black a little bit. Then I have this piece on the side. Maybe it's like an exhaust port or a weapon or something. I don't really know. Just adding stuff here. Another thing that I really like about this car, let me zoom out and focus up. Another thing I really like with this car is when you look at the shape here, the back here is actually 8 studs wide and the front here is actually 6 studs wide. So I like that the car gets thicker as we get to the back, which is super cool. Then we get to the back. The back is honestly one of my favorite parts. You can see the tail lights here. I originally wanted to put the tail lights on the sides here. Also, the lighting's pretty interesting. There we go. That's a little bit better. I originally was going to try to get the tail lights over on these sides, but honestly, I love the vents here, and I love the little fin designs that I put here. You know, I wanted to do something different with the bat fins than I normally do, and I really like this look. I like that it's subtle. When you look at it like this, it's like the subtle points, and then when you come in the back here, you can see they point upwards, you know, going that way. And I just like how subtle that looks, but when you look at it from the top down, that is undeniably a Batmobile. That's 100% Batman. But like I said earlier, I wanted this to feel like an actual real world car, so I didn't want a big exhaust port with flames coming out. So I just have these two little silver exhaust ports on the side here. I think it looks pretty cool. So I'm sure you are wondering, can Batman fit inside of this car? The answer is kind of. So I'm going to take off the top here. I'm going to show you how Batman is able to sit inside. So there's no hinge or anything. That's another thing with this Batmobile. With other Batmobiles in the past, it was always my intention to make sure that Batman can sit in it and sit upward, because I hate that. I hate when the sets have Batman lying down in a lot of the cockpit. Because I hate when Batman has to lie down in a lot of the cockpits and stuff like that for the actual Lego sets. But this, I wasn't worried about that. I wanted this to be primarily a display piece. But I'm going to take off the top here so I can show you what the inside looks like. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not that impressive. Yeah, you just take it off and there's just studs here. You can see it sits on this 1x4 with the no studs on the middle two there. And in order to fit Batman in, you do unfortunately have to lie him down, and you just got to take this back part off. So you can kind of see some of the skeleton of it in there. But we're going to set Batman in there right now. Gotta lift his little arms up, get his legs in. So in order for Batman to get in here, his legs actually have to kind of slide under that plate a little bit. Then he has to lie all the way down, then his arms have to go down, and then that goes on, and then that goes on. Yeah, there we go. So he does fit in the car, which is cool. Granted, he has to lie all the way down. He definitely cannot see out the windshield. But like I said, that wasn't the intent of the model. I just wanted it to be a display piece. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So yeah, that is pretty much it for my custom Lego Batmobile. Alright, so that is pretty much it for my custom Lego Batmobile MOC. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, leave a comment telling me how awesome it is, or leave a comment telling me how trash it is. You know, constructive criticism is always welcomed. But yeah, please feel inclined. No. But honestly, I feel so bad asking for likes and to subscribe. Is there an honest way to do that? But yeah, if you like what you saw in her, please click that like button. I would really appreciate it. That is a very out of focus thumbs up that I'm doing there. Also, hit that subscribe button if you want to be notified for more videos from me, and hit the little bell if you want to be notified immediately when I drop new videos. And yeah, that's all. That's it. That's all I have. So yeah, stay safe out there. Subscribe for more, like for more. Goodbye. More out of focus thumbs ups.